One of the main arguments we hear from people opposed to recreational marijuana legalization is that it will make it really easy for teenagers to get marijuana and will increase marijuana usage among teenagers. Let's put aside for a second that it's been pretty easy for decades for teenagers to get marijuana when they want it. We now have data from Colorado, which has legalized recreational marijuana, about this exact issue. We have a new survey from the Colorado Department of Public Health and Environment, and it shows that for the second year in a row, youth in Colorado are not using cannabis any more than teens in other parts of the country. In fact, according to one measure, teens in Colorado, now that recreational weed is legal, are using less marijuana than teens in other parts of the country. The Healthy Kids Colorado survey is a voluntary survey that collects anonymous self-reported health information from middle and high school students across Colorado. Over 17,000 middle and high schoolers throughout the state were randomly selected to participate. It's conducted every other year. The 2015 version, released this week, confirmed the findings that marijuana use among Colorado teens has fallen flat in Colorado. As the Denver Post reported, and I have a quote from them to show you here, the 2013 version of the survey found that 19.7% of teens had used marijuana in the past month. The 2015 version puts that number at 21.2%, but Larry Walk, the executive director of the Colorado Department of Public Health and Environment, said that increase is not statistically significant, meaning it could be a wiggle in the data and not a meaningful increase. In 2009, at the beginning of the state's boom in medical marijuana stores, the rate was 24.8%. We also have to consider that more people may be willing to admit that they are using it now that it is legal in Colorado, and that the numbers may actually have declined.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you look at countries where this has happened, didn't they all have the same results, really? Countries where drugs were either decriminalized or made legal. Across the board, the information showed that usage dropped, right?
I am not sure if I can say across the board, but this is not a unique result. We can say that it exists elsewhere. We also know states with medical marijuana legalized have fewer opiate-related deaths, according to a study published by the Journal of the American Medical Association. We know that driving under the influence of marijuana is something we absolutely want to prevent, but less dangerous than driving drunk, according to a study by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. And lastly, to go back to teen use of marijuana, there's a strong argument to be made that you make it more difficult for teens to get marijuana by legalizing and regulating it, because black markets still exist for marijuana, even in states where it has been decriminalized or legalized. But the black markets are much smaller. And if you aren't old enough to go and buy it and it's legalized and regulated, the black market sources for teens actually do decrease. So a lot of this makes perfect logical sense.
Yes, this is going to happen everywhere. It's inevitable. I'm very happy about it, and cheers to Colorado.
Give us a like on Facebook, facebook.com/David Pakman Show.